right, folks, welcome to our first video introducing Black spirits, Black-owned spirits.
Twinsproof.
Twinsproof, that's what we're called. And the reason we decided to do this was because we found out there are a lot of Black-owned spirit companies out here, and we enjoy them. We enjoy spirits in general. So when we found that out, we did some research. One of the first ones we found was Uncle Nearest.
We're a little bit behind. This has been out a couple of years, but we hadn't tried it yet, and we heard so many good things about it, and the story behind it is just fantastic. So we chose to make that our first one.
All right.
First one.
Sounds good. Check out some of our upcoming videos, and we'll let you know when those are coming. But just to get started, we created a 6-point proof that we look for.
It's a format of how each of our videos is going to go. So it allows you to know what to expect, and allows us to keep track on what we're doing when we're reviewing a product.
Yeah. So here's how it goes, and we'll do this on every video that we.
So it'll be up here on the screen on the left side of me, on your right side. So you'll be able to see the format of the video. Go ahead.
Okay. All right. So our 6-point proof is we do the story of the product, and we talk about the owner or owners, the packaging, and then we mention the proof, whatever the proof is. Then we do the smell and taste. We will taste it neat as well as on the rocks, and then we give our personal reviews of it. And just to let you know, none of the products or all of the products that we have on our program, we would always have on our bar. So we'll never talk down about any product, because it's all about your taste, right?
Right.
Right. We like certain things certain spirits one way, someone else might like it a different way. So it's just based on your taste, and remember that.
And we're not here to be professionals. We just want to enjoy new products, get people to hear about things that they hadn't heard about, things that we hadn't heard about. We also recommend that you send us requests or recommendations for products that we hadn't mentioned or hadn't reviewed yet. But yeah, anytime we can, we'll also promote the product with T-shirts or the bottle. But this is our first, so we wanted to make sure we did it right. Uncle Nearest.
All right, so let's talk real quick about the story of Uncle Nearest. Basically, it was an African-American slave who was a distiller for a preacher in Kentucky, and the preacher had to choose between the church and his liquor business. He chose the church, however, he still wanted to make the money on the back end, so he continued to run it without, I guess, the knowledge of the church. And
Uncle Nearest basically ran the distillery,
or at least was the master distiller.
Right, the master distiller.
I don't know if he actually ran it back then.
Right. But at
he
least
wasn't the face.
He was the one who made the whiskey, and after the emancipation of slaves, he became, before that actually, there was a young teenage white kid that was an orphan that came to work for the distillery. He was just a chore boy. He did all the odds and ends around the farm, but he took an interest in the distill process, and Uncle Nearest Green took him under his wing, taught him the process. And after the slaves were emancipated, this young white kid, who's now an adult, bought some property and wanted to open a distillery, and he asked Nearest Green to be his master distiller.
And then from then on, they built a relationship, and that young kid became nationally known as Jack Daniels. So again, I'm sure some of you may know the story already, but we just wanted to make sure we put it out there again, so others who didn't know were aware. So to the owner, her name is Fawn Weaver. She's an entrepreneur, author, and best-selling author. And she actually reached out to the Jack Daniels family when she was doing her research, and the Jack Daniels family was more than willing to provide their history. And based on our research, we found out that the autobiography for Jack Daniels had multiple mentions of Nearest Green and his family in the book. So they never tried to hide the fact that Nearest Green was a master distiller and taught Jack Daniels what he knew.
It's just a big part of Jack Daniels' history as well.
Yeah. And we also found out that when Fawn Weaver decided to create the product and open the distillery, there was a member of the Jack Daniels family who had retired from Jack Daniels Company, came out of retirement to assist with that. So that's a great story in itself. Jack Daniels is not part of Uncle Nearest per se as far as the company, but they did have a huge impact on helping them get started. So now let's talk about the product itself.
The proof is 100 proof,
yeah,
as it says.
You can see.
It is a premium whiskey,
yeah.
And we purchased it. It was about $55, $56. So definitely a premium whiskey, not one of those whiskeys that you just want to throw in a glass with pop or something. But we're going to test that out when we taste it.
Yeah, we said pop. We're from Chicago. We don't say soda. All right, so now we're going to taste it. We're going to taste it two ways. As I mentioned, we're going to taste it neat first, and then we're going to taste it on the rocks. We're going to do our best to always open the bottle in the video. So this is our first time ever tasting Uncle Nearest. So we're pretty excited about this.
Yeah, we've had this bottle for almost 3 weeks, and we stare at it wanting to open it so bad.
So tempted to open it. Oh, nice.
Smells good. Sometimes my nose works, sometimes it doesn't. Smells like whiskey.
Yeah. I'm getting some oak. Maybe even some apple, like granny apple.
Yeah, my nose is bad today. I like to smell is the oak and the alcohol.
It is.
Taste buds should be better though.
It is. It really gets in your nostrils though. It's a pretty.
It's 100 proof, so
Yeah.
That's to be expected.
All right, let's taste it.
It's got a good bite. It's got a nice bite to it. But the flavor, initially you taste the flavor.
Yeah, it's weird.
Really-
Usually it's on the back end, right?
Man, it fills your mouth. Your tongue has that tingling to it from the alcohol.
But what's nice, it's not lingering.
Right,
passes.
it fades pretty quickly.
And
but
when you feel it, it starts to go down
but
your
the
chest.
flavor, I'm pretty impressed. I wasn't expecting.
It's caramel. Like the initial flavor is caramel.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting this much flavor. Looking at other reviews, it was kind of, it was different, but this is definitely more than I expected.
Mm. You could definitely. I've seen some reviews that said they couldn't tell it was 100 proof.
It's 100
I don't know
proof.
how.
This is 100 proof.
This is definitely 100 proof.
We've had 100 proof before. This is definitely 100 proof, but the flavor is, the complexities, you definitely taste different flavors
Yeah.
in there. I'm impressed.
Yeah, I wouldn't mix this with anything personally.
No.
Because it is. First of all, I'm not going to mix something like you mentioned earlier. I'm not going to mix something that's 100 proof and that I paid $60, almost $60.
$60 for now. Let's go ahead and try it on the rocks.
All right.
I'm still tasting it.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
We do our fancy glasses for the rocks.
I don't know why I poured that much in there.
Thank you.
Habit. We do this every night. We have a drink together.
So
And this is about how much, maybe a little bit more.
Yeah. Depending on the night, we might have a couple of these. So on the rocks, it typically helps to water it down. Sometimes it opens flavors too, so that's why some people put a little bit of water in it. I prefer ice over water.
I love my drinks cold, everything cold. Cold ice water, cold pop, cold liquor. I love I like drinking things neat, but I just love the cold feeling. Now what we'll probably do in the future is do the rocks. They're stone rocks or metal rocks.
So it doesn't dilute the flavor.
Right, it'll cool off the liquor, but it won't dilute it like ice might when it melts. That's something we're definitely gonna do in the future, so you'll see those videos.
Yeah.
All right, let's try this. Definitely a quick mellow. The flavor's still there, but that initial burn is not there.
Oh, it's like instantly, you can feel it and it just instantly goes away.
Right, when you first put it on your tongue when it's neat, you feel that tingle from the burn. Here you don't. It allows it to pass through the front of your tongue, so you actually taste the flavors, and then you feel a little burn towards the back. Yeah. Huge difference.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Wow. It actually allows me to taste the wood more. It takes away a little of the sweetness, actually, for me.
It does. It absolutely does. That's why I think I prefer it neat.
Yeah, because I like it neat.
I like the sweet. We like bourbon more so, and I think that's why we like the bourbon more than whiskeys.
Well, they're very similar too, but
I think bourbons are, for me, they seem to be a little
sweeter. But
when we say sweet, sweet is
that's where you could taste
relative.
You can kind of pick out fruit flavors or molasses or sugar flavors, all that stuff we don't really care about. Yeah, like you said, if you like it, you pour it again. That's simple.
Yeah.
But that's why another reason we'll definitely try the stones. We'll get the stones and try that on one of our future videos.
Changes.
Right, it'll cool it down, but it won't dilute the flavor. Like we were saying, we actually like this neat rather than on the rocks because it doesn't take away the flavor at all. So that was really interesting. I wasn't expecting that either.
I wasn't. That's cool. But I like this. This is, of course, like I said, anything we have on our show, we'll have on our bar. This would definitely be one of my
mainstays. This would definitely be one that we would keep on the bar.
I would keep it on the bar, and I would sip this.
We could do this
frequently.
This is something we could do nightly.
Yeah, I like this.
I like this because it is 100 proof. You don't need a lot, but you can sit there and sip it and enjoy it. And the more you taste it, the more flavors you actually get out of it.
I don't know if it's the 100 proof or is it because I haven't eaten today yet, but
that might be it too.
I just only took a couple of sips.
We said we didn't want to eat before doing the video because we didn't want to have ourselves belching on camera, which I know would happen. But I thought that might happen. So we get a little buzz after a few sips. Us big guys getting buzzed after a few sips. But we have had nothing to eat.
And the more I taste it, the more I taste more oaky now, in the back end now.
Yeah, but I really like this. On the neat side, I love the way it hits you.
Immediately.
It hits you immediately, and then these flavors just pop in your mouth. Like I said, I wasn't expecting that, so I'm pretty excited about this. Like I said, we've been holding this bottle for almost 3 weeks and could not wait to open it up. So
and very happy with what we've found in it. Here's the thing: the story in itself is extremely interesting, and just like watching a video, you hear a song, you like the song, but when you watch a good video, there we go. And when you watch a good video, it makes the song even that much better. With this story behind it, and then tasting it, it has that much of a bigger impact. And I think that's one of the reasons why I like it even more. I'd still like it anyway, but the story helps. It definitely gives it a better feel.
And this was the right time to do this, to help promote Black-owned products, focusing on beverages, on alcohol beverages. But we just wanted to do this because it was fun, it was interesting, it was educating.
We enjoyed it.
And we enjoyed
trying
different things. We always have. And this was, it couldn't have been a better first product that we reviewed. So we're real excited. And now we're even more excited because now we like the drink, we like the bottle.
So thank you guys for joining us. Uncle Nearest is available nationwide. We found it here locally in Florida. So check it out.
Go to their website.
Oh, there's a video that they have with Jeffrey Wright. They could not,
One of our favorite actors.
One of my favorite actors, absolutely. They could not have picked a better person to tell the story. It's about 13, maybe 17 minutes long, I think.
Maybe not even that long, but
it's like watching a movie. I didn't want the story to end, and you got to go to the Uncle Nearest website and check out that video that Jeffrey Wright made. It is awesome.
And they have merchandise you can purchase, T-shirts like we bought here. They have short sleeve, long sleeve, glasses as well. But the video is phenomenal. It'll make you go out and want to buy the bottle right away if you haven't already.
Hey, also, if you have any suggestions, send us an email at twinsproof@gmail.com, or we can do this over, but
yeah, subscribe to the YouTube channel.
as we mentioned, subscribe and like, and any comments or suggestions you have, let us know. We'd be happy to try them out. As we always say, pour it. If you like it, pour it again. Stamp of approval.